we should, gotcha. No, Kira always records it for us. And today I just saw this button and I said, wow, I haven't heard you, so I'm going to hit you. Okay, so let me go on the web and share this with you. I hope that you can, good. You can see this screen. Okay, I'm going to go to, first I'm going to go to bar chart because it can't be that that it's probably staring me in the face and I cannot see it. So Francia, I'm going to have you help me out here. Okay, barchart.com. And then, is this what you get, Francia? I'm going to unmute you so I can talk to you. Ay, my Francia del alma.
Ay, mi hermosa, mi vida. Sí.
Ay, por favor, tírame flores que me gusta. No, just...
Mi heroína hermosa, sí.
Okay.
Entonces, ahí pones el símbolo. Okay, put the symbol there.
Okay, let's put Zoom. Okay.
Oh my God, don't talk to me about that.
Okay. Look, did you see what that did today?
Yuck. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. It left without me. I don't want to talk about it.
I know. Okay. All right. So there it is. And then what? Then here's Zoom.
Yeah, but there's a menu on the left that's, okay, go up to the,
oh, here, maybe here?
No.
Here?
Okay, there. Where it says technical analysis. You see that under technicals? Go down. Okay, click on technical analysis.
Technical analysis, got it.
There's like a delay in your thing. So
my computer is today
okay,
is
okay, you see relative strength 78-87.
Oh, I love it. I love
76-87. You see, and by days, you see how it's going up?
9 days, 14 days, 20 days. Okay, so yeah, I love it. All right, then let me share something with you, and hopefully, Eleazar, I can return the favor by giving you another place also that I found that does this as well, and it's called Market. Thank you, Francia. I'm going to mute you now, but you can just start jumping up and down, and I'm going to see you, and I will unmute you again, okay? Just in case, because if not, there's so many of us. You wild woman, I love you. Okay, it's called Market in out.com. And look at this. Oh, I'm so glad that you found that. Okay. All right. First, you look at this and you say, ugh, but come over here on the left where it also says relative strength. Okay. And it's also going to show you the relative strength. I wish I could sing so I could sing to you guys because this is ridiculous how long. Okay. Then, of course, they want you to subscribe, but you don't have to do what I'm going to show you. Here it shows you the 1 week relative strength above 90, above 80. Remember we said we like it when they're above 80, but that's like the super duper stellar awesome ones. And when you click on that, it gives you only alphabetically, it gives you the first few, then it wants you to sign up to give you any more. But you can go to the stock screener and look at this, how delicious this is. Now I'm going to look for relative strength, and I want the companies that have a, let's say, a 1 month relative strength above 80, and I put it there, whatever I want, whatever criteria I want. And then I am going to put add criterion. And here on the right, of course, if you try to save it, if you try to do anything, you can even back test it. Of course, they want you to sign up. But if you just run the screen, oh, I have to name the screen, okay. And this is a 1 month relative strength. greater than 80. Okay, so now I'm going to run the screen. And they're only going to show me 3. And of course, they're also going to just show me in alphabetical order. But they're telling me there's 320 matches that are displayed, but that are there, but only 3 are showing me. And they show me what and let me move this from here. I don't want that. And there it is. And it also shows me for 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 13 weeks, 26 weeks, okay, whatever. And let me see if I can put in a symbol. I don't know where. They don't give me the little thing, but you guys play with it. I just discovered it. Play around with these because it gives you a lot of information that you could use just to do some of your research or to back up what you had already found somewhere else. I wish that it gave us, I don't even know if it lets you, let me see if it lets me sign up, but for free, you know, usually, no. 149 for 6 months, 229 for a year, 339 for 2 years. I don't think they have a freebie that gives you access to putting in companies or whatever. But at least it gives you, you know that you have this available as well. But thank you, Francia, very much for giving me that. Okay, let's go back to our reason for getting together today. I don't know if you see that little window with all of you. Where's my baby? There's Henry. Henry, you got a haircut. Oh, did I scare you away? Henry, did you go away? Henry, you got a haircut,
It's still
didn't
there.
you? Looks nice. Yeah? All right. Okay. I need a haircut. We're all looking like, you know, you look, you guys don't, you guys look great, but I'm here looking like a cave woman. All right, let me just stop this thing. All right, so technical analysis. Technical analysis is the when to buy or when to sell part of our equation. To make money, the other one was called bar chart and marketinOut.com. These are jewels, gold nuggets, because I couldn't find any place that would give relative strength. And then Eleazar found bar chart, and I just discovered the other one. But, you know, use it however you want to use it. I don't belong, but I'm going to put my nose in there and see what up, okay? So anyways, the technical analysis is what tells you not what anybody's opinion is. I can hype up a stock all I want. But when I show you a picture, what I'm showing you, when I'm showing you a chart, is I'm showing you exactly what was paid and what's going on with that company, with that, whether it's a mutual fund or a stock or an ETF. This is what actually happened. This is history. This is not opinions. Even in the fundamental studies, the fundamental analysis, which is looking at numbers, sometimes you hear about companies cooking their numbers, right? Well, since that's what everybody sees, everybody kind of still acts on the same misinformation, so it's all right. But the charts don't lie, because the charts is what has been put there in dollars and cents to buy those shares. And let me just share with you what I mean by that. Today, I sold some things because I got a little scared. I didn't want to push my luck anymore. But let me just show you. I'm going to go to stockcharts.com. There are many different ways to chart the price and the movement of a stock. And the reason that we look at a period of time is because historically, the prices every day or every week or every month, and we have a chance to change our screen so we can see it in those different time periods, they begin to form a pattern. And historically, those patterns have repeated themselves because it is really the same game rules, but different players. So what happens here in sharp charts, we have an opportunity to see, and let me show you, I want to show you how they compare, which is something we didn't get into the last time we went into charts because we jumped right in. I could see just you were drooling, okay, to start doing something. This is what is called a candlestick chart. And as a matter of fact, if you go to that marketinout.com, they have a section on candlestick charts that shows you, that tells you what the main patterns are. There's a lot of really good education in there. So put your nose in there. But this is based on, it's called candles because they really do look like candles. And it depends if they are in red, that means that the price went. Uh-oh, hold on a second because I don't know why. Hello? I'm in class. Okay, I thought it was an emergency call. Of course, my husband doesn't know my schedule. Okay, so it depends on the color of the candle, and it depends on the tail of the candle and whether it closes at the top or at the bottom of the candle. This is a whole discipline that is studied. Mario Medina loves to study candlestick charts, the Japanese candlesticks. I particularly don't. I tried. I don't. I get, you know, they have all kinds of cutesy little names and stuff, but I just can't get into it. This is how I learned it. I learned it with the high, open, high, low, and close. And let me take all of this other stuff off because all of these are what's called secondary indicators, which is, it's a lot of noise. And physicists love to add Bollinger Bands and Jikimilki this and that. And you know what? You don't need all that. You need the price of the share. You need to know when it's starting to make a movement, and you need to know when it's running out of air. Don't you? That's all really that you need to know. It's like you don't have to be a professional chef to be able to cook dinner and make delicious food for your family. Okay, hopefully it will clean up all of this mess. I still have little spies in there. Clear this up, clear this up. I don't want, well, I'm going to have volume in there because I want to cover that. With this kind of chart, what matters is the price and the volume. And if you notice, let me see if I can find some. Wow, this one is a little wild one. But if I can find, let me put Adobe and see what happens there. Okay, another one. Let me give you an example. This is where the cup with the handle, the flat base or the double bottom comes in. Cup with a handle goes like this, whoop, whoop, like this. So it's like a letter U with a little handle going down. And in some of we have a link for you to go in one of the classes. I gave you the cheat sheet for all of these patterns and what the buy price is for each one of them. In a cup with a handle, the buy price is 10 cents above the highest price of the handle. Okay? Now, the buy price also says that it has to have twice the amount of volume that it normally has. Why? Because it is the institutions that are buying. It's not like down here where the stock is going up, but it's us, the arrastrapanzas, okay? The good for nothings, that's us right here. The little flies that, you know, we buy 10 shares or 100 shares and we are the lions of the market. Well, the institutions buy hundreds of thousands or million shares or whatever. They are the ones that really change the price. We, with our buys and our sells, make very little, if any, difference. Think of a little fly landing in a bathtub versus a hippo getting in the bathtub. Which one is going to make the water go up? The hippo, because it has a lot more volume, and that's why this is called volume. To find out what the volume is here, what you do is you get rid of it, the overlay here, so it doesn't give it to you there. I am going to go here and put down volume. 1 second, because now I'm getting confused. Let me try this one and see what happened. Maybe that's not the one. Oh, look at that. No, I don't want that. Wow. Very nice though, but really, if you wanted to impress somebody, you just put that in your thing and you start going, aha. Very impressive. What did you learn? Well, look, this is what I learned. Anyways, let me get rid of that because it is Google Magak. See all of these different indicators? We don't need all that noise. Okay, let me see now if I can go here, and I'm trying to remember, okay, where I get this thing. The volume, I want it separate, I think. And I want, I don't know if it's the overlay. Just give me a second, it'll come to me. Or indicators, I think it's indicators. Here we go, volume. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here, I'm going to get rid of this part here, volume separate. I don't want it at all. I want under indicators, I want the volume, and I want the volume for, let's say, I want the average for the last 50 days, and I want it below my stock. And now look what's going to happen. You don't have to figure out the average volume because it's going to draw a line for you. See this line right here? That is the average volume. Would you say that over here, when it took off, see here, it did a cup with a very long handle, and then it had so much pressure. It wanted to go up so much. The hippos couldn't wait. They probably hurt themselves because they dove into the bathtub. Look how much that volume was. Definitely twice the normal, because this is the normal where the red line is. It goes one time and past that. That was the buy. And the buy price was, at that time, if I put inspect up there, now it's going to show me the high price was $310.91, which means that the buy price is $311.01, because you're going to add 10 cents to the top of that handle. The next day, it opened at 313, so it did a gap. This is what is called a gap with twice the volume. But we know, because we know that we have a window in which we can buy it. If the price to buy it is $311, let's forget about the penny. I take $311 and I add up what? What do I add up to the window to show me? And where are you? Where's my chat? You're nowhere. See, I don't have a chat here. But where is? Oh, here you are. Oh, yes. I'm going to add to the price of the buy price. What do I add? 10%. You got it. I am going to add 10%, which all I do is get rid of the number in the right. So if it's 311, I get rid of the 1. That leaves me 31. I'm going to add 311 plus 31. That's 342. So between 311 and 342, this stock is within the buy range. That day, it went from a low of 313 to a high of 321.73. The next day, it went to a high of 325, still within the 10%. Look, it still gave us, and look what happens here. Let me get rid of this so it doesn't bother us. But look what happens here. It goes up, but the next day the volume was also high. Institutions take a while to get into a stock. They don't just do everything in one day, because as they are buying, and they're buying in so much volume, so many shares. Here, this day, the volume was 2.03 million shares. Imagine, of course, that's going to change the value of the share. But if they do it too fast, they're betting against themselves. Oh my goodness, Giovanni. Kevin is first place with $848,944.66.
That's a glitch. That's a glitch.
It's a glitch? It's a glitch.
Yeah, I'm not sure what caused it, but I don't think that that's correct.
Okay, well, put your eyes in there and check it out, because wow, Giovanni, you must be like saying, how did Kevin do that? Kevin, did you do that? Well, I don't know, but to be studied. Okay, so this is one example of one of the patterns that are formed with this kind of a chart, and you have to take into account the price, the pattern that it forms, when it takes off, that it goes 10 cents above its pivotal point, and that it does it with twice the amount of volume. But let me show you now in this same company. This was, let's see when this happened. This is December, the middle of December of 2019. Do you agree? Here's 2020. So now let's see at the point and figure chart for the same company, because we never have really compared one with the other. And let me go back to December of 2019. Here, I don't have the volume, because instead of using the volume, what point and figure uses is the impulse, the impetus, the momentum, the springboard, the force that it has behind it. For example, here. Oh, what do you know? Remember the price to buy, and the other one was 311, and it happened, let me see, 311 is around here. So it happened right here. It did do 311, but, and no, this is in July, August, September. Here is October. No, sorry. Yeah, this is October. And we said that the previous one was, so here. This is what we saw in that other one when it made the jump. How we know that this is the buy price is because we start going, pretend that this whole right thing doesn't exist. We are going back in time to the beginning or the end of 2019, the beginning of 2020. And it's going up. This is November. The last X went up to 280. Do you see it? Right there, it went up to 280. And it couldn't go up, sorry, 200, yeah, 280, right here. And it couldn't go up anymore. It went down. But when it started going up, my buy price is the price that is in the box that surpasses that last column of X's. So this is my buy price, which is 284. And if you notice, the other one gave me a buy price of 311. This one gave me a buy price of 284. So this is going to give you a price sooner than the high-low open and close. And look what it did. This is November, December, January, February, and it kept going up all the way to 384. We still add 10% to the buy price of 284. So 284 plus 28, I'm going to forget the 40 cents, is 313. So imagine, this one is giving me that 313 is the top of the price that I should be paying for this. The other chart was giving me something different. You're going to get different signals from different types of charts. Stick with the one that you like best. But if you can read, this is like speaking more than one language. If you can read more than one type of chart, check out the same company in a couple of different charts so that you get different perspectives. And here, perhaps you could have gotten into sooner than you did with the other chart, method. Now it went all the way up to here, and then it went down. What do we do once we buy the share? Well, the rule says that you put a 10% trailing stop. And a 10% trailing stop means that now we're looking at that window, but coming down. So if it went up to 384, I am going to subtract 10%, which is 38, and it's going to give me 346. So I am going to allow for this price to correct until 346. Look, it made it to 348, and then it went up again, but then it went down again. So you would have sold it here at 346. So you're never going to sell it at the top. And this is what happened to Francia, what happened to me when we bought Zoom, and let's put it here, is that with the 10% trailing stop, especially that stock, I learned that with that stock, that 10% trailing stock doesn't work right now, especially with all the volatility that we have in the market. Oh, this is very nice. I made up a new symbol made up of 28 letters. Look at Zoom. Look at what it did today. Francia, please close your eyes. This is what it did today because it's in green. The buy price was 178. See it? Because it went up to 176 and it couldn't go up anymore. So it went down and then se aconsejó and started going up, and 178 it gave the buy price. And then it never looked back. And today, it's 204.15. Not really, because after the close, it continued to trade, and it is now 208.98. So that share, Adrian, you're shaking your head, huh? Did you buy it? You got it? Okay, well, I have to hear. Achievement. Okay,
I have it.
talk Zoom to me. When did you buy it?
I think I bought it for 150. Hello?
I'm listening. I'm trying to
Oh,
find
okay.
here.
Yeah.
Here, did you buy it like around here when it broke a triple top? Did you do it under a buy signal, or you just did it
No.
because you closed your eyes and jumped?
I just bought it when I was enrolled.
When you got the money. Okay.
I bought on both places, on the competition with Jonathan, and also I bought it on my account with TD Ameritrade. So I'm happy for the moment.
Okay. Okay, but can you see here what it did here at around 154, 156 was the trigger?
Yes.
See what it did? A triple top?
Triple breakout. Yes.
A triple top breakout, and it went up. Now, usually when you get a triple top breakout, and look here what it did. Look at it here. It went up a little bit and then it went down. Then it went up, but look what's happening. The lows are higher and the highs are higher. So it's not correcting lower. It's only going back. There's a book called How I Made $2 Million in the Market, and it said it's an exquisite book because it's about a dancer. that gets paid with penny stocks, and he's in India. And this is way back before computers or anything. As a matter of fact, the only way that he could communicate with his stockbroker was through faxes, imagine. And they paid him, they had no money to pay him for his dancing, and they gave him a bunch of penny stocks. He didn't even know what that was. But while he was doing a tour around the world, he realized what the price of the stocks meant, and he started tracing this, and he said, usually a stock goes up and then it goes down, and he says it's like a dancer that goes down, but only to get the impulse to jump. Right? So when you really want to jump high, you go down a little bit on your knees and then you jump. So yes, you go lower, but that is so you can get a really, really good spring. And he says that's what happens to the stocks. And he started doing like boxes of, and that is so brilliant, because out of knowing nothing about the market, he started charting this where he would do points of resistance and points of support. And then whenever he saw that it was going, if it broke above, like here, he would send his broker the day before a fax saying, and it wasn't even a fax, it was a telex or a telegram, saying if it hits 178 or higher, buy it. So that's how he did it. And it is brilliant. And you learn a lot in that book, but it's very, very easy read. But here, the beautiful thing here is that it went up and then it went down, but not as low as before. It went up again higher, then not as low as before. Then it went up higher. Oh boy, then it went down en cuclillas, se puso, and then it went, and there it is. But because I don't trust it, okay, and I'm sorry, but I've been burned twice by Zoom. I sold part of what I had in it and my profits. And you can never go broke selling profits. Here's another one that I want you to tell me.
Which is DocuSign. Docu.
Yeah, you knew it. I have no secrets from you. I'm going to show you a couple you're not going to know about. Okay, let me write it here. Let me write it here. And if you know about that one, I eat my hat. Okay, look at this one. Same thing. See the pattern here? Look at this little person here. Every time it went up, it went a little higher. Then it went down kind of to digest it. You know, it's like it takes a bite that is too big. Then it has to chew it for a while. Then it takes another bite. Then it chews it for a while. Then it took it higher. Then it chewed it for a while. Then higher. Then it chewed it. And now look where it is. So the last buy price here is what? My smart students. What is the last price?
38.
Yes, sir. And what is now in this one, again, you see this line of support here of the long trend. You see the long trend that this has going up. That even when it came down, here, when it broke this uptrend is when this red line was born. Because once the O's go down past the trend line, then the blue line stops and the red line goes back to the highest point, the highest nearest point, and begins to make a 45-degree angle line. Once this X broke this line, now the red line is stopped and the blue goes down to the most recent, the lowest recent, okay? And you make the 45 degrees. So now for that long trend to be changed, it has to go down to cross it down here. See it? Then it will stop the blue and it will go up to the highest point of the green and put a line down. There are different ways to invest. The way with the 10% trailing stop is the Mario Medina way. It is the normal people way, okay? Then there's the Julie crazy way, which is sometimes I want to take a little more of a gamble. Sometimes I want to take a little more of a risk. And if I'm willing to do it, fine. And then I didn't sell it. I sold part of it and I didn't sell. And I have it. I bought it 2 or 3 times on the way up. Every time it gave me a buy signal, I bought it. And then the first time I bought it, well, the first time I bought it, it kicked me out. Maleducada. But the first time recently, and it really wasn't even that recent, it was May 13. I bought it for $169.42. No, I'm looking at Zoom. Sorry. DocuSign. I'll tell you DocuSign what I bought it for. DocuSign, I bought May 29th for $137.90. Right here. See right here? I put my market buy at 138 as soon as it went past this, and I got it for $137.90, which is right at the buy price here. Are you guys getting this? Does this start making, yes, Zoom reports tomorrow, and no, I don't want to take the risk, but listen, when you see the price of a share going up a lot, and let's see what happens with Zoom. Let's all kind of look to see what's going to happen with that. But when you see a price of a share going up right before the earnings, you know, people aren't supposed to tell, but they're leaks. And usually they expect good news. When the price starts going down right before they announce earnings is either because people have made a lot of money in it and don't want to take a chance, or because the results are not going to be good. So let's see tomorrow, but at least I feel comfortable taking some money off the table that I had and just leaving a little bit in there, which fine. I'm willing to write it up if it goes up or not. Look at this one, guys. This is called Z-Scales. Z-Scaler. You know this stock, Adrian? You know this stock?
No, I don't have it. I didn't.
No. Look at this.
No.
Can you believe this?
Wow,
This is what it did today.
that's amazing.
This is amazing.
$81 to go all the way to up to 112. Now it's one.
Yes. And so I want you to, you know, this is a long tail up, which is, you know, chances are that if it just goes down a little bit, people are going to sell because they're afraid of, you know, they want to protect their profits. So I would say that it's very extended because at 81, if you add 8, that's 89, and it left 89 in the dust back here, right here. So I would say this one is too extended. But look at this one. I bought this one too. Snap.
I bought Snap today as well.
Who bought Snap today?
Kira, me.
I'm sorry?
I bought Snap today.
No, not me. Not today.
Yeah, look at this. Snap gave the buy signal at 1850. We talked about this company before. And today, that's why the June is in green, because June 1st, the first time that a stock, the first time in a month, doesn't have to be June 1st. It could have been June 15. If it stayed here without moving until June 15, it's still going to say a 6 here. You don't know if it's the 1st or the 15th or the 10th or what. You just know that it happened in June. But in June, it went into 1955. Out of course, June, it has to be the 1st because today's this June 1st. And it had an ascending triple top. And again, ascending triple top is when it does that little move that we like. And we see so many stocks doing that right now. And what is interesting here too is that you can go back to charts and tools. Listen, you can trade. Okay, let me not get ahead of myself, but let me just get into here. Move all this mess out of the way. Oh my gosh. Go into, you know what I'm looking for, predefined scans. There. if you've already seen a few ascending triple tops, go down. Every day they refresh this. This is free. Ascending triple top. Look what's going on mostly. Right here, double top breakouts and triple top breakouts. Now, these are the ones you want to watch out for. When the market is doing well, you're going to see a lot of green in here because green means that it's 274 companies more than yesterday. That's what that means. 365 is the total, but today 27 included already in that 365, but 27 more than yesterday gave a spread triple top breakout. This is that ascending triple top that we like, 900 companies. But look how many companies are breaking out. Guys, if you're not making the market money in the market right now, I don't know. I don't know. And again, you also can look to see if the New York Stock Exchange, if the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ, or which one, what is it that is moving? Well, you know, the NASDAQ is still very happy. And today, the headlines were saying the market had a slight gain. You know, it was like, oh, look what happened to these stocks. If you knew where to look, and let me tell you where to look. You know that 80% of the reason why a stock goes up is due to its sector, to the sector that it belongs to. 80% of the reason a stock price changes is due to its sector. So if you go here and you look, let's say, at the 3-month sector, this is all for free. Anybody can do this. And now you do the percentage from highest to bottom. You have technology, healthcare, consumer discretionary, and communication services. Okay, these are the 4 top sectors right now. Well, just for the heck of it, I'm going to go into consumer services sector. My computer isn't, but I am. Okay, now it tells me inside that sector, look at this. You could say, well, fixed line telecommunications, they're losing money. So even though it's inside that sector, you have to make sure you find out which industry inside the sector. These are little mini subsectors that not all of them go up together. So which one is the one to look at? Internet and mobile telecommunications. So if I go into internet, now it's going to show me, and there's the index for it, by the way, so that you can compare it if you're going to do a relative strength. What did I do? I didn't get into the one I wanted. Okay, never mind. I wanted to get into the other one, sorry. Internet. There's my snap. There it is. Okay, and look at these lines. Yeah. Look how many liters you have there. Look at that. And then it starts going down. But look at that. This company, Pinduoduo, it's done 83.79 in the last 3 months. Now, if you know that this stock is capable of doing this, and it did it here, look what it's doing right now. This is forming kind of a triangle, okay? I would be happier if the X's went a little higher, but I like the bottom part, okay? And I like the bottom part here. Look, it did it here, and then it took off again. What would happen? What is the next buy price of this stock? 68, isn't it? So now you could go to Finviz, and you could, this is now for your conscience, okay? Finviz.com. This is what I'm showing you, that you can move all of these moving parts. It's not a, it's art and science at the same time. And you put snap. And now we're going to look at earnings per share, 44.4, not bad. No, sorry, that's sales. EPS quarter over quarter, 7.44. Not quite the 25 that we want, especially having 863.67 million. This should be 25. So it doesn't, the earnings doesn't reflect that, don't reflect that. But look what does. Ay, Dios mío, why is that man suffering? It hurts me to see him like that. But look, institutionals own 48.7%. What does that tell me? Is there room there for more hippos? You bet there's room there for more hippos. And if I want to know, I want to go into, can you see all of these screens that I'm putting new screens up? Yeah? Or is this getting, oh,
so anything you
it.
put in this window or in this like Chrome window, we can see. So we can see market in, out, post attendee, PDD.
You are my savior. Okay, so now I'm going to go to morningstar.com. But remember that this is yesterday's news, because Morningstar doesn't show you what institutions are buying right now. They show you with a delay. But I'm sure there's places where you can find out what mutual funds are doing now. But look, I look at this. Class A is the voting class. That's okay. It's refers, it's as a camera, you know, this is a snapshot. Okay, Snapchat. Now I'm going to go here into ownership. I want to see who owns it, because what I'm looking for is one or two solid mutual funds. T. Rowe Price, echado pa'lante. We like it if you are aggressive. Ah! Look, Vanguard Midcap, Edgewood. Now, it doesn't have the earnings. It doesn't have that. But boy, is it showing its mettle. Look how many mutual funds that are worth their salt are investing here. Can you see it? So this is where you begin to have a sense for what is going on by looking at the charts. And if you want to start your search, your treasure hunt by looking at which stocks are making a big movement right now, start with that. Go to that predefined scan and see which stocks are showing that they're starting to move. And start making notes, because if you lost the chance, if you missed the train, write it down, put it in your watch list, and put in there, put an alarm for yourself so that it tells you when it crosses the price, the buy price, so you take a look at it. Doesn't mean you're going to buy it, but at least it tells you and you don't miss it. Because sometimes you see a stock and then you forget about it. And later when it rings the bell, you miss it. So technical analysis is what's telling you what's happening now. And what is happening now, you can look at the point and figure chart. And if people say, well, I like to look at the 1 minute chart and the 5 minute chart, perfect. You go ahead and do that. But you can do about the same thing with the point and figure by making the boxes smaller. By, rather than just taking whatever the value for each box is that they give you by default, change it to a smaller value, because that means that it's making it longer, so more reactive. Do you know what I mean by that, or do you want me to show you? Why you choose Snap for you? Because I saw what it was doing with with technical analysis, and I saw that it was in the communications, which is a hot sector. Remember, you choose, I can't find the predefined scan. Okay, let's look at the predefined scans, because that one is a very, very useful scan. I'm going back to stock charts, charts and tools.
By the way, speaking of candlestick charts from before, Jorge was showing us, he has his Japanese candlestick charting techniques book with him right now. So cool.
Jorge, let me see it. Show it to the camera. Where are you, honey?
He is.
He's spotlighted.
Oh, I don't see it.
Stop sharing your screen.
Oh, look at that. Good for you. Good for you. See, whatever it is, be true to your tools. Be true, you like a special hammer. Thank you, Jorge.
That's so cool. Thank you.
That is so cool. Jorge, to have you, I mean, can you believe what you're studying? Can you believe what you're doing? It's amazing. Eleazar, you got a haircut too, baby. I love it. Okay. But can you believe what you guys are doing? And they said our people don't like to invest. We should just talk about how to get out of debt and how to, please, what an insult, okay? Come on. Yes, we do. We just don't have anybody who opens that door for us and just shows us, here, go this way. But let me show you a couple of things. One, Eleazar, yes, Kira?
Yeah, I was just going to say that Eleazar has had his hand up for a bit.
Oh, pobrecito, mi chiqui, okay. Francia showed me where bar chart has the relative strength.
Hi, Julie. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. I missed, I think you mentioned the barchart.com website. I missed it because I came in a little late to the class today, but.
Yes, Francia helped me and I found it where it is. And then I gave another site, which is called marketinout.com.
I'll watch the recording, I guess, to see what it is with that website. What can you find there?
You can find relative strength, and you can do a screener for relative strength.
Okay. All right. Well,
but just take a look at it. Okay.
Can I make a contribution? I like today's class because everything that you're explaining, this is what I do. Doing my research, all checking on.
Good. And technical analysis is really, I think it's where it's at. You can trade with technical analysis and no fundamental analysis, but you cannot trade with fundamental analysis and no technical analysis. Yeah. Because fundamental takes a long time. Remember that those reports come every 3 months. By that time, se mata un burro a pellizcos, okay? Things happen already, where the chart is telling you what's happening now. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I think I checked both, the fundamental and the technical. I'd look at both.
Perfect. Play the piano with both hands.
Yeah. Can I make a contribution?
You do whatever you want, honey. Okay. Yes, this is
You're showing the predefined scans. There's on bar chart. I don't know if you can go to that website. There's a list of also of companies, the ones that are hot right now.
Yeah.
If you want to go there, I can show.
Okay, let me just show the person that didn't know where the I'm just going to show this here, and then I will jump over there. Here, it is right here where it says reports and more, predefined scans. Right there, you go click. And then you are going to see technical indicators. These are the bullish. So it tells you the new 52-week highs, all of those. Then you go down the bearish technicals. Then it gives you the candlestick patterns. And then it gives you the point and figure charts, okay? So now let me go to bar chart. Okay, Eleazar.
Okay, I love
Dígame.
this website. There's two things that I use from that website that
Okay, tell us, help us.
help me a lot. If you go there where it says stocks, do you see where it says stocks, ETFs, options? If you click under stocks, you see it right there?
Yep.
And then it's going to show you, let's see.
It's going to turn off the lights.
There's something that says top 100 stocks.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Um,
There should be like a drop down list.
well, my thing is, let me close a bunch of windows here. Okay. There?
Top 100 stocks.
Yes, right there?
Click there. Yep. And it's going to give you a list, and this is all for free. It's going to give you a list of the 100 stocks that are, I guess, the hottest stocks right now. And you're going to see a lot of these companies that we've been mentioning, DocuSign and Zoom and all of those, they're there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is Zscaler there?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen that one, but it puts them in an order of weighted alpha. And I wanted to ask you, it's there that what weighted alpha is, but I would like to understand it better because it puts it in that order of whatever the has number, like the highest percentage
Of alpha.
number one. And then
Okay.
you can order it as like 52-week performance. You can order in that way or however you want. It gives you their different columns.
Okay. Beta is risk. Alpha is gains. So what we want in an investment is ideally the highest alpha and the lowest beta. Okay, so the alpha, the higher, the better, because it is giving you, in relation to that risk, what is the gain? What is the profit of that? What is the increase in price of that stock? Is that how they explained it to you?
Well, no, I mean, nobody has explained it. I mean, you hover over where it says WTD alpha, it's going to tell you what that means. It says that it's, you see the,
Let me get rid of this thing
like a
here.
little window.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get rid of this window here because I don't think it'll let me. Okay, here we go. It says a measure of how much a stock has risen or fallen over a 1-year period with a higher weighting for recent price activity. So this is like the exponential moving average that it gives the recent stocks more weight. This one gives it more weight for the recent price rather than just as a linear. Okay.
Which is good. That's, I mean, which way? Because I always put them in the order. You see the column almost one to the end where it says 52-week percentage change. I always put it in that order. If you click on that one, it's going to order it, which stock has had the highest performance in the last.
Right here. Yes.
Yes. Or
And that is a linear change. That's a linear change. This one, the higher the number, it's telling you that it's more recent. So it's telling you that the momentum is positive. So if we were looking at a point and figure chart, it would say that maybe it's in the X column.
Okay, so it's better to order them like they have it in the weighted alpha? Is that the best?
No, I would look at both because, well, and look, you have, they happen to be the same. So this would probably be something that is worth looking at.
That company, DraftKings, I guess those are like some video games or something I've seen. But if you go down, you're going to see DocuSign there. You're going to see a lot of these companies like that. Fiverr, this is where I found Fiverr.
Tesla today, Tesla. Did you see what Tesla did today?
I didn't. I had a busy day today, but I know
Jonathan, your Tesla.
Lululemon went up. I mean, a lot of these companies that I've been checking.
I mean, Tesla did well when they sent a car into space. Now they sent 2 humans.
Well, look at this. This is where it really helps to have a group like we have, that we are talking this stuff, because we can bring to each other different ideas.
And honestly, I'm learning by also sharing what I've been finding, what I know already. I mean,
Perfect.
that helps.
Good. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, a quadruple top
wow.
breakout. You don't see that every day. I have goosebumps. That's what Tesla, and the green is what it did today. See how you begin to see things? You're starting to see things in the X-ray. Look, there's this blue line down here because you saw that X breaking above this red. So you say, so there has to be a green line. So this has to be in an uptrend. Some people that are good for a very long time with a stock and don't want to sell and buy and sell and buy, only go and they buy when it goes above this line and they sell when it goes above this line.
Julie, one other thing that I like from that bar chart website, the other thing, I remember I said there's two things. Well, one is the relative strength that I learned recently here with you. But the other one, if you put there where it says search for symbol, put DocuSign or Docu or any stock that you want, or Snap.
Yes, Francia had me do that and it was awesome. How great. Anytime, what happened here? It disappeared. Oh no, there it is. DocuSign, okay.
Well, two things. Under technical analysis, that's where on the
That's
left.
what she told me. Right here, right?
Yeah, that's where you find the relative strength.
Right.
That's one thing that I've been checking lately there.
And you are very smart in doing that because it isn't just the price that it is now. It's like, you know, today I said in the show, you have two students. One got 85 and the other one got 90 in the test. You would think if you had to choose one, you choose the one that got 90. But what relative strength is telling you that the one that maybe got 85 has never gotten below 84. But the one that got 90, this is the first time that he ever gets 90. He always gets in the 60s. So which one has a stronger relative strength? The other one, right?
Okay, well,
so this is what that tells you.
Okay, well, that relative strength, that's one thing that I like from here. The other one on the left-hand side, go where it says competitors. Under company,
Oh, I saw that.
competitors.
Yeah. Yes.
If you click there, it's going to tell you which are the competitors of DocuSign and where DocuSign compares to the other one. So DocuSign is number one. And
see the little circle there? This is why. Just my computer today.
okay, so it's in the technology services. It tells you which industry it is in, and it's going to put all the.
And then who the competitors are, which really, because we know two things.
But it gives you the same information, the weighted alpha and all that information. It gives it to you right there. So if you see DocuSign is number one right there with the weighted alpha.
I see it.
And then you can see the
so really, here again is, it doesn't matter where you start your studies, as long as you realize, look, 80% of the reason a stock goes up or down is which sector it belongs to. Doesn't it make sense for you to check the sector, which are the leading sectors? This is why I'm so excited with Jonathan's program, because if you get the leading sector, you could invest in so many different ways. And that program is not telling you what to do. It's a platform where you can use the information to make decisions, to use it to build whatever you want. You could invest in the sector itself. You could invest in a mutual fund with that sector. You could go inside the sector and see which company is the hottest one. But you have the biggest answer already in front of you, which is the hottest sector. And that's where the good stuff is. What about Futu? What do you say about Futu? I have no idea who they are. I just like saying Futu.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there, that's where I put Lululemon, and it gave me the competitors, and Lululemon is number one. I think there's only one other one that it's in the positive. All the other competitors are in the negative, or the 52.
See what I mean? And when you find something like this, it's a gold mine. And then of course they go and they change the site. on you, right? And then
It's-
you go, oh, I have to
It's
go.
been there for a long time, this website. I think ever since I started watching you, but then I used it for a little bit and then I wasn't using it that much, but now, well, now with these classes, I mean, I've
The
been,
rest is history.
yes.
Yeah. Good. Thank you, Eleazar. Okay. Anybody else? Let me go
Jorge
back
has
to
his hand raised.
who does?
Jorge.
Jorge. Jorge. Go ahead, Jorge. I can't see you to unmute you.
He's unmuted.
He's unmuted. Okay.
Hi, Julie.
Hey, Jorge.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
I still get nervous when I talk to you, but it's okay. I'm good.
You are so cute. You are so cute. Why would you
Okay.
get nervous?
Okay, I got on stock chart. You went on to predefined scan,
Yes.
and I saw another thing besides. You know, you go on points and figure place or spot.
Right?
I went on top and technical analysis, and I can see that they got strong volume gainers. So I went in there. It's got the New York Stock Exchange companies and NASDAQ. So I went in one of those, and I can see the high volume for that company. And, you know, they pretty much give you the buying price and volume together. I don't know if you've seen that.
See, but before no, but see, you could be shown that before, and it meant nothing to you, right?
Right. Yes.
But now you see it,
right
and you
there.
say, "Wow!"
Right there on
right
technical
here.
analysis at the beginning, on the top, very top, it's got strong volume right there. The second one, I
Strong
think
volume gainers. And see,
Yes.
this red means that today there were 36 companies less than what they were yesterday.
Right. So I went on I click on the 11 or the 31 NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange.
Okay,
And-
let's click on one.
Yeah. And it gives you a strong volume on it. I mean, you can see where people are buying.
And I'll tell you what too. You can then do this. Do it by sector, and it puts them all like little ducks, puts all
did
the
it.
sectors together. So you
I-
see, you did that?
I did that, Julie. I went on to sectors, and when he gave me the companies, I turned it into sectors, and I can see which one's the hot sector.
I love it. See, health is getting hot, and energy, pobrecito energy. But you know, I have Exxon, and
See,
today it did okay.
If you click on one of the companies, it'll take you straight to the chart, and it'll show you the volume.
Well, right here you have the point and figure right
Right.
here, or you have all the kinds. You have sharp charts here, and this is seasonality. I don't get too much into this because it shows you what they tend to do depending on the part of the year that we are. But with this virus thing and everything that is happening, everything is out of whack. You know, everything. I mean, I'm eating 24 hours a
Okay,
day.
I just wanted to get your okay on that.
Are you kidding me?
that really
Thank you for
works.
sharing that.
Yes.
Thank
and
you.
One more quick question.
Yes.
On the relative strength, that's going to be on the be a profit list, the O, right? Outstanding
Yes, sir.
performance.
Yes, and that's why before we had to go to here, go to the perf charts,
Okay.
or to put or to do, you know, to look for relative strength, or to say, for example, Zoom versus DocuSign. Okay. And
Okay.
now it shows me. Let me do point and figure in this. But here is putting one against the other. Ay, quítate de ahí. ¿Qué cosa es esta cosa? Okay, there we go. See? You put two dots, the other company. You can
Okay.
do apples to oranges. Orange, you say, I wonder which one, this stock or this mutual fund. You put a stock and a mutual fund with the two dots, and it's going to give you the grade for the first symbol that you put in. And here it's showing me that Zoom today beat DocuSign, but it is in comparison in a downtrend compared to DocuSign. So DocuSign is leader is the leader. And look what happens when I turn it around. I'm going to put docu first, primero, que lío tengo yo, and zoom next. Now look what happens to the chart. Now está de cabeza. Okay? See what I mean? Now it's giving me the signal. It's telling me this is DocuSign. It was all up, but hey, since here, it's losing a little ground right here recently to zoom.
All right.
So that is relative strength. But I like it that you can see the numbers where Eleazar told us, and that other one that I
Yeah,
gave.
I've been seeing that what is it, the chart he said?
Relative strength. Yes, the bar chart.
Bar chart, yeah.
Yeah,
And-
share that with us, guys. Share it. You know, the more we have, the better off we are, all of us.
And Julie, this book is really interesting. I like it.
Which-
The Japanese candlesticks.
Yes,
That
you
one.
can have it, okay? I don't like candlesticks. I can't get into it. I have even done classes on it. I have taught classes on it. No se me pega. I can't. The Ichikawa and the North Star and the Sen and the little bean and the Ichiko and the I don't get into that. I
Another
can't
thing-
get in.
Another thing, I'm waiting for that day trading class you talk about in the morning. You say you're gonna do something about
I know one day they're going to fire me, you know, because I mean, here I am on Univision doing stuff that, I mean, the media, where do you see, let alone in Spanish media, English media, what do you see, you know, somebody that just comes
Right.
on and says, I'm going to teach you
Right.
how to do that.
I mean,
Qué locura.
I want to learn day trading. I don't know if I'll do it, but I want to learn. I want to see.
Well, I have to be honest with you. I have been doing a little bit lately, and I've been doing very well. And I'm sure I'm going to get stung, but I'm trying. It's like the doctor that tries the medicine in his own body before he tries it on somebody else. So I still can't come out and tell you because I need to be the guinea pig.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Julie, for all
but
your
hey, we all
information.
grow together, honey. We all grow together. There are no egos here, and we share information, and that is the beauty of this, is that your success is all of our success.
Okay, I have to go because I'm working too. Okay.
Bye, mi amor. Okay, be careful, all right? Talk to you
Bye-bye.
later. Okay, I know that Vero had her hand up. Where are you, my Vero?
I'm also just going to chime in the meantime. Jorge, you are awesome. Thank you for being here. I always see you in all the classes. It's so great to hear from you. Seriously, thank you so much.
He's so enthusiastic and so just full of life. And Vero.
There's Vero.
There's Vero. Hi, Vero.
Hello, Julie. Hello, everybody.
Hi, mi amor.
I just wonder about the bar chart page and the relative strength.
Mm-hmm.
If you go there and click in help, I found they show the RSI.
Where's help at the bottom?
No, go to the technical to see the relative strength.
Oh, okay. Technical analysis? Okay.
The way that Francia shows.
Okay. We just have to wait for my computer.
And click in help.
¿Dónde
It's,
está help?
it's in the top on the right side. You see alerts, watch a little down.
Oh, okay. Wait. It's just that. Okay. I was covering it.
In the
Okay.
line of the, yeah.
And I hit there.
Mhm.
Okay.
And if you go
Oh,
down,
wow. Look at that.
mhm. So it's telling all the information about what we have in the screen.
Oh, okay. But look, though, the relative strength index.
Mhm.
But that's not what we're looking for.
Yep. Because if you see the 14 relative strength that show in the chart is very similar that we have in Finvex or in other screens.
Okay, all right. This changes everything.
Yeah.
Eleazar, look at this. Relative strength, thank you, Vero. Relative strength index is how the stock is doing, the momentum, the relative strength against itself. It's looking at its own self and saying, compared to the past, this is how it's doing recently. So the higher the number, the better. Relative strength, and let's do something just for the heck of it. Oh, I don't think we can do, oh yeah, we can. Yes, we can. Wow, this is so cool. Okay, look, market in out. Let me just get one of the companies that they get here and then let's compare it with that other one. See what I mean? Here I don't have a place to put a stock. So I'm just gonna look for relative strength. And then relative strength, let's say above, for 1 week above 80. Okay. And it's giving me, oh, look, it's giving me,
No, pero ese no.
okay, no. Well, let's look at American Airlines. That one shouldn't be so good. Look, 1 week, no way, because this is compared to itself. See what I mean? So I'm afraid that the jury is out on this. Because here it tells me for 1 week is 92. And if I go to bar chart and I put American Airlines, for 1 week, well, this one I buy more because this one is 57 for 9 days. Eleazar, you have a homework. I want you to find out. That's right, Ida, put you guys to work. I'm one, you're a bunch, okay? Ida, you're the next homework. I love the way you laugh. Okay, so the question is, when they talk about relative strength, are they talking about the relative strength index or are they talking about relative strength, which is one thing compared to something else? And let me show you where you can learn a little more about that. If you go to chart school, you go relative, okay, or here, RSI, which is relative strength index versus relative strength. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, see RSI, relative strength index, that's against itself, but relative strength, and it tells you in there, if you read what it says about it, it tells you that there's a difference between that and relative strength between two things. There's another place that also gives you relative strength, but I pay for it and it's in investors.com, but I have a membership. But I'm trying to find a place that is free. See, it's like a momentum indicator, but it's against itself. But here, I'm trying to find where it says the comparison trend ID, positive, negative, conclusion. Okay, it's here. See here, you can do it. Also, you can get the relative strength from the charts, but that's not the relative strengths we're talking about. The one we're talking about is when you are comparing two different things, like I did with this.
Ya tienen que mostrar dos o tres.
Yeah. Okay, wow, Vero, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, Eleazar, you got it. Se me fue. Se escapó. No.
I don't think we have any other questions at the time. Oh,
Okay.
two more hands just popped. One of them being Eleazar, but
Okay, Eleazar, go ahead. I don't know. I don't have you here, so.
I unmuted.
Okay. Just to ask you, okay, so I was checking that. I've been doing a little research, not a lot, but I do know that there's relative strength index and the relative strength.
Two separate things.
Okay, I'm gonna do more research about it because yeah,
Call them.
what it does say there. So apparently that relative strength number that is there, that is the index, not the relative strength.
I don't know because it doesn't coincide with the other relative strength that we're getting somewhere else.
Yeah, because on some other websites I've seen the RSI. It's
Right.
RSI. This one doesn't say RSI. It only says relative strength.
Right, but in the help it does.
In the help, yes. So I'm gonna check that.
Okay, thank you. All right. Cool.
All right.
And
And
they
our,
don't fool us.
and our last question for the day, Josefina? I'm trying to unmute you. Dear.
You see, you feel my pain now.
Oh, I know it does this. It's just,
It's crazy.
there it goes. Josefina?
Hi,
Hi, Josefina.
how are you?
Great.
I have a question. I want to know
Yes.
if I can speak or no.
Okay.
I buy stocks from American Airlines and United. Airlines.
Okay.
And I want to know if I need to sell it or I keep it.
Well, I'll tell you what, were you listening to the radio show when I gave that place that gives you the cost and the numbers for airlines to
Mm.
compare airlines?
Okay. No, I don't listen that show.
Okay, let me get it for you for our next class.
Okay.
I am going to show you the website that to use to look at airlines.
Okay.
Because they have their own, it's not just earnings per share, they do how much it costs them, two things, the money they bring in and how much each seat costs them, whether it's empty or full, per mile that they fly.
Okay.
And so it's a very specialized way to compare them.
Mhm.
And you are going to see it for yourself. But if you're asking me, is it better to sell or to buy it? You know what I'm going to do.
Yes.
I'm going to go to point and figure, right?
Okay.
And I'm going to show it to you. And you are going to tell me.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay.
No, ahí de nada. No sé, no te preocupes.
There.
Okay, now I see one big red line.
Okay.
What do you think? First of all, long-term trend. Is it in a downtrend or in an uptrend?
No idea. Tell me, please.
No. Well, look at this line. Is it above the red line or below the red line?
Below, no?
Below. So that means that it's no good. See, here is above the blue line and then it just fell apart. Now, is it in X's or in O's? X's are good, O's are not.
It's an X and no. It's no, no?
Right. It's not. So the only way that it could get out of trouble is if it gave a signal to buy at 13 and then it went up and it hit 16. If it hits 16,
Okay.
then the trend changes.
Okay.
So the question you have to ask Josefina tonight when you're alone, you and your pillow, is, am I willing to wait and see if it hits 13? Or if it goes down below here, am I willing to wait until it hits 8 and I sell it? Or until it hits 13 and I keep it, hoping that it will hit then 16 and then keep it?
Okay. All right.
Those are the 3 points of making a difference. This is a double top. So if it goes up, it would be breaking a triple top.
Okay.
We never know. And let me tell you why, because, you know, the president, somebody, oh, NASA, I don't know, somebody could come tomorrow and say, I'm bailing all of the airlines,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
And then
Can jump.
It's over. And then they go up.
Yeah.
So those are the things we don't know. But according to this, the crucial points is if it goes down and breaks this low point and it hits 8, sell it. If it hits 13, good. If it hits 16, yay.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I can tell you.
Okay. Thank you, Julie.
You're welcome, Miss Yan.
How do you apply the 10% rule? How do you put it automatic?
Well, did you buy it at a buy point? You would have never bought this.
Okay.
So forget the 10%.
Okay. Not for in the future.
The 10% is it's 10% from the highest point that it reaches after you buy it,
Okay.
which in this case, when did you buy it? How much did you pay for it?
I buy it in I think so. I buy it in $9.50.
$9.50? Oh, okay. So you're making money. So if you bought it at $9.50, okay, so you bought it down here, then the highest point that it reached after that was 13. 13 minus 130 is 12 is 11, what, 1170?
Yeah.
1170.
Mhm.
And it's 1111, so you would have had to sell it. But don't, because it's empezaste mal y sigues mal. So don't, you know what I mean? Don't. Just if you did it, do you have a lot of money in it?
No, yes, I buy five stocks.
Bingo money?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what happens. Hold on to it, but don't let it come lower than, listen, you bought it at 950. If it hits 950, you sell it.
Okay. Perfect.
Promise?
Promise.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Okay, you're welcome. And don't do that again. No, just kidding. Okay. All right. Listen, we learn. Everything we do, we learn from it. So it's fine. Okay.
Before you head out, don't forget the mutual fund that you mentioned at the beginning of class.
Oh, I was going to do it when we did mutual funds, but I want you to look it up for next time because our class is going to be about fundamental analysis next time. And the fund is, and Kira, if you would please be so kind as to write it, is M as in Michael, CAGX. MCAGX. And let me make sure because I have been known to make things up. This is a classy broad. Okay. MACGX. Oh, see? MACGX, not MCA. MAC. Had dyslexia there.
Morgan Stanley Institutional Fund Trust
Yes.
Discovery. Cool.
Yes. So Mac, like a Big Mac. So it's Mac GX. So take a look at that, and we're going to take a look at that fund and fundamental analysis next time. But I hope that, you know, my enthusiasm about technical analysis was contagious because I find it a lot more exciting than the dry fundamental. But we need to just touch up on the dry fundamental, and then we talk about whatever we want to talk about, whatever you want to talk about. Any words, last parting words? Jonathan, Kira?
I am all set. As always, thank you everyone for being here.
Thank
Again,
you.
It's awesome
Guys
that
are
everyone
awesome.
stuck
Thank you for
with us.
playing with us. Okay, bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Alex. Bye.